Want an easy way to see if you could save money on car insurance? Geico gives you 3. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Go online to geico.com or stop by the Geico office nearest you. 3 ways you could save 15% or more.
It is time to wake and take with Stugatz. 7, 8, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 8, 3, 7. That's 7, 8, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 8, 3, 7.
Phone lines are popping. It is Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket. We have, I believe, I could be wrong here, but I think I'm right. I believe we only have 2 more hours of Wake and Take. I think forever.
Forever?
Forever.
Forever, ever?
Forever.
I mean, I think Dan's coming back to do this in August, the local hour, and...
It's kind of odd because August starts on Tuesday, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
So he's going to sit out Monday because this was a July thing and then return when it's officially August?
Yeah, I guess. So August 1st, so Tuesday. So we have 3 hours remaining. 3 hours of your phone calls. And in between phone calls, during those 3 hours, I'll squeeze in a couple of interviews with Mike.
And Billy.
And I'm going to interview Billy here in just a
I'm
second.
bummed. I'm missing Wake and Take tomorrow.
Oh, you're off tomorrow?
Yeah, so you got to interview Billy.
Where are you going?
Going to New York.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's, the gift exchange that I did for my anniversary. My wife gave me insoles.
Right.
Fair trade.
Yeah, we'll get used to it. Your gifts will become more and more expensive and thoughtful and creative, and hers will become less and less thoughtful, creative, and expensive as the years roll on.
I have a shameful admission. Today's the first day that I'm not wearing those orthotic insoles.
Right.
And my feet are killing me.
Oh,
You're not wearing them?
This is the first day since she bought them that I'm not wearing them, and my feet are killing me.
So why'd you take them out?
I was curious to see if it made a difference. I was in a rush leaving the house, and I just put on the shoes without the insoles, and now I'm in a lot of pain.
Really?
Yeah.
So you taught yourself a lesson. Yeah.
Roy, I know Roy missed a day because he had plantar fasciitis.
Yep.
Roy never misses days.
No, I think Roy's missed a day because of a migraine, right?
Yeah.
Right, Roy?
And
because of the foot problem.
For Roy to miss a day, it has to be really bad. It has to be extremely painful.
Correct.
Roy's like the Iron Man of board hopping. And he missed out one day because his foot hurt. I was like, that's weird.
Right.
A plantar fascia problem doesn't seem to keep you out of work. And now I'm going through it. And it's bad.
Welcome to the club.
It's really bad.
So maybe it's the best gift she's ever gotten you?
It's up there, honestly. I'm feeling it now.
Oh, you really?
You don't know what you got till it's gone, and I'm missing those insoles.
Do you wish you had them? I mean, listen, it was a nice gift by Cynthia, but I maintain that it's something that you just buy for your husband because his feet hurt, and you just leave it on the counter, on a Tuesday afternoon. So, because they're $6.50, and that was your anniversary present, I'll give you $7 right now. Someone go down to the store and get Mike some. And then that way, I've got you the same anniversary gift as your wife got you.
Guys, it's fine. No one has to get me custom insoles. I'll fight through it.
I've been thinking about getting them.
Life-changing.
Really?
Life-changing.
Oh, yeah.
Are they
Roy,
really?
Do you have these insoles too to help your feet?
Yes, I do.
Oh man, different. Totally different.
Totally different.
And I hear that after you wear them for a couple weeks, it actually improves the problem. You feel better a couple weeks after you initially start using them, and I felt great when I was using them.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the part where it actually shapes my foot and heals this issue. How old am I now?
You're
Jesus.
getting up there, buddy.
I started this show when I was, in some form or fashion, I've been with this show since I was 19 years old.
That's amazing. What are you, 30 now?
Here I am. I'm 31. I'm turning 32 in October. And I'm starting a radio show talking about my plantar fascia.
Yeah.
You're old.
Old.
We've grown.
Oh, we have. I started this show when I was... How long have we been on the air?
You were about my age
So
when you started the ticket, right? Or
So-
you were mid-30s. You were 34?
No, well, I'm going to be 45 on Saturday, which is midlife crisis. My goodness.
I can't believe I'm almost the age you were when you started 790 the ticket.
I know. So we started it. I guess I started the show when I was 30.
Wow.
I know.
Damn.
Still here.
I can't imagine you as a 30-year-old, and I knew you as a 30-year-old.
I was bad as a 30-year-old.
I remember that part.
Bad boy. But here I am, still here, still taking punches,
Can't believe you made it out of that.
showing up to work every day.
Can't believe Murph made it out of that.
I can't believe I'm still here.
Can't believe Murph is still here.
Meaning, I can't believe I'm still a part of this show, that Dan hasn't thrown me out yet, and I can't believe I'm alive. I mean, the crap I put in my body for a 3-year period when we started this radio show, it is a miracle that I am still alive, and it's a miracle that I'm still doing this show with you.
Yeah, I can't believe you stuck with the same thing for such a long time.
I know.
Your ideas are usually like 2 weeks long.
Correct, yes. This is the best idea I've ever had, just latching on to Levitard's career and letting him take me for a ride.
I can't believe somebody hasn't killed you yet.
Yeah. Well, I got a list of 10 people who are the 10 most likely people to kill me sitting right next to my bed. That's been verified. Not only have I brought in the list, but we had Big Joe Harper come in with the lie detector, and he asked me about that list, and I said I had it, and he said, that's true. I do have it. I have a list of 10 people that I think want to kill me. In the event that I go missing and the cops need some clues, they'll always have that list. And Levitard, I think, is number 4 on that list. My wife is second, and the guy who owns 790 the ticket is a solid number 1. And it's been number 1. He's had the longest run at number 1 of anyone on that list.
And you have claimed that there is a second secret list in case your wife does indeed kill you.
Correct.
That the police can find.
Yes.
Which will have that be at number 1.
And what it says on that list is, if you have gotten this far and you have recovered this list, it means my wife has killed me. There's no other names on the list. It's just Abby. With a note, Abby killed me. Anyway. Billy, what happened with the Marlins? 22-10 last night. Yu Darvish, who's a guy who's being chopped around as we get closer to the trade deadline. It looks like he might go to the Dodgers. He started for the Rangers last night, but the Marlins, 22 runs, Guillermo. Playoffs.
Stewie, we're back. We are back.
All right.
What a fun night. Not just 22 runs. It was very eventful. Adrian Beltre, Stugotz, I don't know if you're aware of this,
No.
is on a quest to get 3,000 hits.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that dumb Don Mattingly standing in the way to ruin it for the home fans.
Right.
So he's trying to get it done on this homestand. He was doing this thing yesterday where he was standing almost directly behind home plate, like the entire game, like when he's on the on-deck circle.
Right.
And they caught on pretty early, so Hollinsworth is like, he shouldn't really be there. Mm-hmm. And then Rich Wald's like, oh, well, they're going to tell me. And he's like, the only way they'll say anything is if the Marlins, complain, which they didn't. So late in the game, they're down, by 8 or something. It was, the bottom of the 8th inning. And he's still doing the thing where he's standing, almost directly behind home plate when he's on the on-deck circle. So the umpire tells him, you got to go back and you got to stand on the on-deck circle. So he pulls the on-deck circle over to where he was standing.
The on-deck circles move?
Yeah. It's like a rubber, mat.
It's a mat.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so he
Put it
grabs
on the
and pulls it
poll.
over.
Please put that on the poll. Did you know that on-deck circles move? Yes or no? That's it. All right, anyway.
So he pulls it over to where he was standing, where he wasn't supposed to be, stands on it, gets ejected immediately. And then the manager gets ejected, too. And then after the game, he's like, oh, no, I did what he said. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. G. Gordon stands there all the time. I don't know.
Beltre's
I've never
hilarious.
seen anyone
He's
do that.
hilarious, that Adrian Beltre.
Yeah. Well, but that is kind of... So he's standing behind, essentially, the umpire?
No, he was standing
A little bit off to the right, I
Yeah,
guess?
like,
if you're facing home plate.
If you're watching the game,
Right.
you see him in the corner when he's not batting, which you shouldn't see
Right.
the on-deck circle.
You
hitter
never see
standing.
the on-deck guy on your television screen when he's not up at the plate. Right.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Quick question. You said D. Gordon does it all the time, so was this some sort of passive-aggressive retaliation by Adrian Beltre?
No, he was just making excuses. Also,
All right.
speaking of retaliation,
Yeah.
So Jason Grilli 2 nights ago struck out Stanton to end the game. They won by 6 runs, and he starts doing this thing.
Pause. Jason Grilli's still in the league?
Yeah.
How old is Jason Grilli?
Like 400, I don't know. So he does this thing where he's like celebrating, he's like, oh, and he starts like flexing and like, showing up Stanton, who didn't like that. And he strikes out a lot, so I don't know why this is like a big deal to him. Which, by the way, Stanton is on fire. He's
He
so
is.
great.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway, so yesterday, Stanton.
Contract.
By the way, Jason
contract.
Grilli is 40 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Only?
Yes, he's just 40. Yes, correct.
So Stugotz,
Yes.
Stanton did not forget Grilli showing him up yesterday. And when he came up to bat in, I think it was the 8th inning, the emotionless robot went crazy. He hit a ball 468 feet, and he was going crazy, throwing his bat, showing him up, doing the exact same celebration that Grilli did.
Nice.
Great day. Then they put in a bullpen catcher because they were losing by 1 million runs, and Ichiro got confused because the pitch was 45 miles an hour.
Right.
And he, fidgeted a bunch of times before he hit it. What a fun game. What a fun game. And by the way, the Marlins have this great strategy. Everyone they wanted to trade getting injured on the DL, so they can't trade anybody.
Like who? Give me
Bohr's on the DL.
Okay.
Prado's on the DL.
They've announced they're not trading Stanton, right? David Sampson came out and said that?
There are reports that their outfield is safe.
Yeah,
Okay.
for now.
So
Doesn't matter.
Yelich, Ozuna, and Stanton are safe for now?
For now, supposedly.
Okay. All right.
Bear Claw's on the DL. I mean,
Right.
it's great.
Yeah.
Just get hurt and you can't get traded.
The Marlins, I'm telling you, I've said this all year, the lineup is so good, the outfield's so good, and they got a lot of these guys on very good contracts. They shouldn't be thinking about trading. They should be thinking about spending some money in the offseason and putting together a pitching staff.
You know what's crazy?
If they had a pitching staff, they'd be one of the best teams in the National League.
Of all the people that could get traded, Dan Straley, who you would think might get a lot in return when you see some of the starting pitchers that have gotten traded, what they've gotten in return.
Right.
They said he's off limits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's
been bad
done
lately,
okay.
right?
He's done okay. But I mean, if you're going to trade people, you could trade him and get some people back, I think.
Not to make this a
don't know.
bummer. Not to make this a bummer, but the way that they're playing now kind of feels like they were a Jose Fernandez away from being in that mix.
Maybe they are. Yeah. I mean, the way they're playing now, because they've won 1 straight. And they're 5-5 in the last 10. But if they had Jose, I'm with you. They're right in the wild card race. What are they in the wild card right now? They got to be close, right?
No.
They're not?
Probably a ton of teams ahead of them.
Let me see. Hold on. Check it out real quick.
9 games, though, considering where this team was.
They're just 10
2
back.
months ago,
Yeah.
considering where this team was, there's 17 teams out of them. Is that accurate?
They have the Mets, the Braves, the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Brewers, the Rockies, and the Diamondbacks all ahead of them.
Right. So
But there's a chance, man. 10 games.
Going to get fat here off the Reds. 4-game sweep, I'm predicting. So we're 3 under there. We moved
right.
4 games up because obviously, the Rockies will lose 4 straight because that's how that works. And we'll just be 6 out of it.
All right.
Jump some teams. We're right back in this.
Yeah, we're here.
Right back in this.
We are.
Is Adrian Beltre the most underrated player from this generation?
Yes. 3,000 hits, 500 homers when it's all said and done. Hall of Famer. First ballot, by the way. Go ahead, find me the guy that had 3,000 hits, 500 homers, who wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. Find the guy. Go ahead, dare you to find the guy.
was Fat Chris Molly-Karam there? What was going on there?
I don't know.
I feel like
Right, you just lobbed that one up for all of us to debate. I mean,
Oh, what?
let's do this more often,
What was
actually.
that?
In fact, think of a few more topics, and me, Guillermo, and Mike will debate them. And Roy, if you want in on this as well.
I could see him not
Doubles?
getting in on the Hall of Fame because people just forget that he was good, or forget he's on the ballot.
Right.
Adrian Beltre.
Yeah.
Wait, this is his 5th year on the ballot? We should vote him in.
The Hall of Famer. We're still on the air. Still on the air.
Myra, our makeup lady.
Myra,
just
our
walked
makeup
in.
lady, just walked in. She's the best. We love her. She's a makeup ninja. She just appears out of nowhere, and all of a sudden there's makeup on your face. But she just walked in. I asked her to do it during the first commercial break. I've told her before there's a light outside the studio, and if
light
it's on, that
doesn't work.
means... okay, it doesn't work. So I
You know
gave her
how that
false-
light works?
Yeah.
I have to go over there and switch it on.
Okay.
That's not how a mic light should work.
Fat Chris, any other questions? Any other topics you want us to debate here?
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I mean, wow, man. Your time to shine. You couldn't think of another question.
I know. I was ready to go.
You could have said, Lucky Whitehead, huh? Anything. Anything.
Let's take some calls, though.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to take some calls here, and then after the calls, we'll probably take a quick break, and then when we come back, I'll interview Mike about the latest with the Heat.
All right. Let's take the one call.
All right, one call?
One call. One call, the rule of them all.
All right.
6. Take line 6.
That Chris wants 6?
He wants you to take line 6.
All right, I like this idea as well. You guys pick the caller that I go to, okay? I want to figure out, by Monday, let's get to a place where I don't have to do anything. And then Dan comes back on Tuesday. We're good. All right, let's go to Joe. Joe, go ahead. Line 6. Joe, you're on Wake and Take.
All right, I have an idea to make baseball better.
Okay.
It's called the bear wheel.
All right.
You spin a wheel,
Yep.
and it lands on a bear. It could be a koala bear, it could be a grizzly bear.
Mm-hmm.
And then that bear is released onto the field for that inning.
Love it.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Could you imagine gummy bears? Everyone gets a snack.
Oh, my God.
There
That
is
great.
There is one flaw. I hate to be that guy, but a koala bear is not actually a bear. It's a marsupial.
Yeah, yes.
Really?
Teddy bears.
Why is it called a bear, then?
Because it kind of looks like a bear, but it's not an actual bear.
Huh. I think most people think that's a bear.
Put it up there on the poll.
Is a koala bear a bear? That was a good call. You guys were good with that rule?
Yeah, bear wheel.
Okay. So it could be a gummy bear. It could be a koala bear. It could be an actual
Teddy
bear.
bears.
It could be a teddy bear. What other bears could it be?
Bear Bryant.
Oh, wow. 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 But he's dead. Hi, everyone. Stu Gatz here. Support for the Dan Le Batard Show podcast comes from our friends at Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Chances are you are confident when it comes to your work, your hobbies, and your life. Rocket Mortgage gives you the same level of confidence when it comes to buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan. Rocket Mortgage is simple, allowing you to fully understand all the details and be confident you are getting the right mortgage for you. To get started, go to rocketmortgage.com/Stugotz. That's rocketmortgage.com/Stugotz, STUGOTZ. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states. NMLS consumeraccess.org number 3030.
And now, back to Wake and Take with Stugotz. 786-456-4837. That's 786-456-4837. Stu wants to hear from you. 786-456-4837. What's on your mind? 786-456-4837. Have a question for Stu? 786-456-4837. He's taking notes. 786-456-4837. But it is up to you to get them out of him. 786-456-4837. Call now. 786-456-4837. That's 786-456-4837.
Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket. Le Batard will be here at 10. We have no guest today.
We may.
Oh, yeah?
We may.
All right.
Big names, too.
Who?
Whenever we only got one guest, we clear it out because the one guest star power is more than enough.
Right.
Dave McMenamin, we're feeling good.
All right.
We're feeling hopeful.
All right. Is that because Windhorse no longer returns our calls?
Yeah. We still haven't found out if LeBron felt Lou Pinella'd. He hasn't confirmed.
Sweet lid. You want me to reach out to Windhorse, get to the bottom of this?
No.
No, I don't like that
I
he's
want to
not.
play that. No, I want to play this out.
All right. Well, I don't like that.
That's why I told Allison, reach out to the other Cavs insider.
Okay, but I don't mind the no. You can go Chris Haynes as well. He's all over the Cavs beat.
He knows the Cavs, but you make the mistake because he's always reporting on Cavs stuff.
Yep.
You call him a Cavs reporter.
Okay.
He used to be a Cavs reporter. He's actually on the Golden State Warrior beat.
Oh, wow. So I don't mind that Windhorst says no. I don't like the fact that he's simply not responding to Allison. That's not cool.
No, we'll play
Rude.
this game. We'll play this game.
Yeah, it's rude.
You're not the only guy with insight on the Cleveland Cavaliers, Brian.
Right.
You wrote a book with Dave McMenamin. We're going for your friend now.
Ridiculous. So, if you can't get through on the phone lines because they're jammed, I mean, every line is lit up.
Sorry, fellas, yeah.
You can text the show, though, on the Coral Springs Automall Nissan text line at 67974. Again, that's 67974. 6 7 9 7 4 67974 on the text line. 67974. Not 69774. 67974. The text number. So, Carmelo, it appears that he is blocking trades of Kyrie to the Knicks because the Cavs want Carmelo back.
Wow.
This is great,
is
right?
That true?
Oh, yeah.
Because you know who Melo's boy is.
The reports are that the Cavaliers have been trying to shop Kyrie to the Knicks, and that Carmelo only wants to be traded to the Rockets.
That's
and Carmelo
amazing.
controls it because he has the no-trade clause, which is just amazing in its own right that he has that clause in his contract.
Wow, LeBron would rather not play with Carmelo than Kyrie get what he wants. Isn't that nuts?
Yes.
You'd think that would be a happy medium. Okay, fine. Kyrie, I feel betrayed by you. You go to New York, I get my boy Melo. Nope.
Oh, LeBron's absolutely telling Carmelo, don't you dare let Kyrie go to New York.
It's incredible. I thought he only ran the Cavs.
He runs the league. He runs the
several
league.
teams.
He runs the entire NBA is what he does. So that's going on. Now, Ramona Shelburne, what is she reporting, Mike? That the Heat are the kind of...
It's not a report.
Okay,
You're
what is
doing
she
that
saying?
thing.
I'm sorry, what is she saying?
They were pressing her for an opinion on a guess
Okay.
who is the favorite to get Kyrie Irving, and she said the Miami Heat.
Okay.
But that's just a guess.
So Ramona Shelburne is guessing that the Heat... Reporter Ramona Shelburne is guessing that the Heat are going to land Kyrie Irving.
Maybe an educated guess. Lord knows she has plenty of sources. She's a very good reporter, but it's important to note she was pressed on an opinion to make a prediction.
Now, the Heat keep everything, they keep everything tight. They keep a lot of things in-house, which is part of the reason Windhorst despises the Heat. But they do. And it doesn't appear, now we wouldn't know. The reason I say that is it doesn't appear the Heat are being very aggressive and going after Kyrie Irving, which tells me a whole different story.
What story does it tell you?
Well, it tells me that they are holding out, because if LeBron and Kyrie don't like each other, and Kyrie did indeed, and none of this is manufactured, and Kyrie indeed did go to management and say, I don't want to play with him anymore, and LeBron is indeed upset, and if Kyrie was standing in front of him, LeBron would be tempted to knock him out, according to Stephen A. Smith, then to me, because Pat Riley, he wants a whale, and Kyrie, I think, fits that description.
Kyrie's a whale.
And Riley has the pieces. And so I'm telling you guys right now, okay? If the Heat aren't aggressive and don't land Kyrie Irving, it's because they are holding out hope and perhaps have someone in their ear that LeBron James is thinking about a return to South Beach after this season. It's just a guess. Everything I say is just a guess. But that's a guess, and it's a good guess.
It's certainly a good guess.
Right.
It's a good theory to have.
Right.
It's certainly sexier than maybe the Heat just don't like him that much.
Maybe.
A ball-dominant guard, even though the Heat have shown you an ability to evolve, no matter their pieces.
But a
they can do that mid-season.
25-year-old superstar, Mike.
He is ball-dominant. He doesn't necessarily play the style that the NBA is going in. Certainly not the style that the Miami Heat play.
Right.
Not committed to defense, although that might be overstated when it comes to point guards. There are very few good defensive point guards.
But listen, what happens when you come down here is you get in shape and you're committed to defense. Otherwise, you don't come here. Like, that on the front end. You come down to Miami and play for Spoelstra and play for Riley and the culture and that whole thing. Then you are then forced to play defense and you are forced to get in shape. Deion Waiters did it. James Johnson. Kyrie Irving's no different. LeBron had to do it. Bosh had to do it. Everyone's had to do it. Kyrie's no different. So that's all I'm telling you. Like, I'm reading into it, and I'm making huge leaps, but that's what I do. I've made a career out of it, and I am telling you, if the Heat don't land Kyrie Irving, or if they're not aggressive in going after Kyrie Irving, it's because they think they have a shot at LeBron James and maybe the Banana Boat crew next year.
Here's another interesting facet to this whole thing.
Yep.
Because we're out here already throwing theories that LeBron's blocking the Kyrie to Knicks trade.
Yes.
He's telling Melo, don't allow that.
It's just crazy.
He has all the power, and they obviously come to him to clear trades. You think LeBron allows a Kyrie trade to Miami?
That's a good point.
That's the obstacle that no one's talking about.
Right. You have the listen, the Cavs and the Heat, those organizations obviously don't like each other for obvious reasons. LeBron left Cleveland, came here, left here, went back to Cleveland. It's going to be, I think a lot of people, it's hard for them to see them doing a deal, those two teams.
A lot of people dismiss it as an emotional argument.
Right.
There's a storied history here, and it's not just the LeBron stuff. It dates back to the CBA, in which Dan Gilbert was out for Miami Heat blood.
Yeah, but but Mike, here's the deal. I'm with you, but Dan Gilbert, he's that big of a sucker? He doesn't realize LeBron's leaving next year. You have to stop running things past LeBron James. He's not going to be here in a year. He's going to give you bad advice. So my guess is, like, they have to Kyrie can't block a trade. They can trade him for whomever they want, wherever they want. And my guess is they're going to try to get the biggest package, the biggest return they can for Kyrie Irving, and they should. And if that means Kyrie's got to go, Sacramento, Boston, here, doesn't matter. Whoever gives them the best return on their dollar is the team that should get Kyrie Irving. It's the only way Dan Gilbert should go about this, period.
What a difference a year makes. Because last season, at this point, we were throwing our hands up in the air saying we don't have assets. Now, every expert out there says Miami has the pieces. People are out there handicapping Miami as one of the favorites because of the assets that they have.
Right.
It's just a credit to the organization and their development.
Sure.
They've turned these players that weren't assets into assets.
And they have them on good contracts. All right, calls.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go to Brandon. Brandon, go ahead. You're on Wake and Take on 790 The Ticket.
Oh, okay. Hey, Stu.
Hey, Brandon.
So I had a question. Is the guy that's in the office, is the guy that's in the office that slurps his drink and smacks his food, is that the worst person ever?
I don't know if he's the worst person ever, but he's pretty bad. Loud chewer guy is pretty bad. I'm a loud chewer. My dad's a loud chewer. But my dad's arrived at an age where he just stopped caring. Like, he chews really loudly. He's just, the ear hair, he doesn't care about it anymore. Trimming the nose hair doesn't matter to him. He chews really loudly. It's really gross. I ask him to stop all the time. But I do it as well. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Is that guy annoying? Chris, are you a loud chewer?
I'm not a loud chewer. I think loud walker guy is worse than loud chewer guy. Someone who drags their feet and slaps their feet when they walk.
Right.
I'm a loud typer guy.
Yeah.
I pound on the keyboard.
On the keyboard, yeah. Guillermo, how do you feel about the loud chewer?
I don't like loud anything. I just like silence.
Yeah.
Like, if I could go through a day with no interaction, that'd be ideal.
Yeah.
Oh, we have an important guest update. We got our whale.
Oh, really?
We got our whale.
Really?
Dave McMenamin.
Whoa! Davey Mack. I'm texting Windhorst.
No.
I
want him to.
I'm not asking him to come on the show. I'm asking him why he's not responding to Allison.
No.
It's a fair question
No.
to ask.
We've
leave it
replaced
alone?
Windhorst.
All right,
We've
leave it
replaced
alone.
him. It's going to come across his timeline. Dave McMenamin joining us next on the Dan Le Batard show, and he's going to have this moment of self-reflection.
All right.
Damn, I can be replaced.
Yeah.
All right.
They got me.
All right. It's a good strategy by you guys. Very passive-aggressive. I like it. Let's go out to, God, so many jokes I could have made there. Glad I did it. Let's go out to Daniel. Daniel, go ahead. You're on Wake and Take on 790 The Ticket.
Hey, Stu.
Yo.
So Julio Jones lost his earring.
I heard.
Cost $150,000.
Yep, crazy.
On the river.
Yep.
Damn, thanks
If
for ruining
you
it
found
finally.
that,
Yep.
would you return it to him or would you keep it for profit?
What, when you say the river, what river? Was it a lazy river or just a real river?
It was actually a lake. It was a lake. Lanier.
Okay, and then he hired a scuba team to try and find it for him, right?
Yes.
Which probably cost an extra $20,000 or something like that.
Most likely.
Yeah. Would I return it?
I have more details on this, by the way.
Well, hold on. Let's answer his question first.
Okay.
Would we return the earring, $150,000 earring?
If you were part of the dive team that was hired to find the ring,
yeah, No.
That's your job.
No.
It's going to be a pretty lousy Yelp review.
Let me explain this, okay? I think what Daniel's asking, Daniel's still there?
Yes.
Clarify, please.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If we just we're not part of the dive team, so we're not hired to find the earring. We just stumble upon the earring in a lake, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, if you just found it while you were swimming
Okay.
or diving,
Okay.
would you keep it or would you return it to him?
All right, so good question. So I can tell you this, that if I found that earring, I would not return it. I would get it appraised.
Have we read the story? Do we know that he lost it, or are we just finding a random one?
He definitely lost it, and I will also tell you this. If I was part of the dive team that Julio Jones hired to find the earring, and I found the earring, I still wouldn't give it back to him. I put it in a little pouch and just played dumb when I got up.
That's incredibly immoral.
Thank you.
Not a compliment.
Felt like one. Yeah, exactly. Finders keepers. I thought Bill said that on air. That's so bad. I thought he said it on air. Just say it on air here.
No.
Yes.
No, part of the joy of Wake and Take and just generally with this show is you're such a great person to write for.
Oh, thank you.
Your execution. Don't take this the wrong way, but you sound like such an idiot.
That's what I'm going for.
Works.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Do you have any more details? You said you have more details on this story.
Well, apparently it's really difficult to find an earring in any lake, but this lake especially because it's not your normal lake.
A little murky.
It's extremely murky, and it was on the banks of a dam that burst. So there was an entire community that got laid waste by this dam. So there are trees that haven't seen the light of day in 50 years.
Right.
Maybe mailboxes. Who knows?
Okay. All right. Good details.
It's post-apocalyptic down there.
Lakes are very murky.
Super murky.
Yeah, very hard to find things in a lake.
Yeah. Put it on the poll.
Are lakes murky?
You should try to stay out of lakes at all costs.
Why?
Like fresh water in general. No, there's all kinds of bacteria and stuff in there. You can't see the bottom.
All the
you don't know
water
what's in
sitting.
there.
I love a good lake, man.
No.
I go to Lake George every year. I jump in the lake every year.
That's different. That's
Okay.
different. But
All
in
right.
South Florida, basically South Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Louisiana, and parts of Mississippi, don't go on a lake. You're going to get eaten by some sort of reptile.
All right. Okay.
You wear shoes, like the water shoes in lakes? I
No,
would
just
walk
jump in the lake, man. What do
I
you
would
mean?
wear water shoes in the lake.
Yeah.
don't
If
want
you
my
can't
toes-
see the bottom, you're
so
gonna
gross.
touch it. Ooh, what is it?
I
What am
hate it.
stepping
I
on?
hate it when
Ugh.
it's so like
Ugh.
slimy.
Yeah,
What is it?
gross.
Slimy,
Ugh.
sand.
Ugh. Yucky.
Hell just happened, man. It's a lake. Lake Winnipesaukee, Lake George, some of the greatest times of my life were had in a lake, on a lake. I don't mind the murkiness. I don't mind the slippery stuff on the bottom of the lake. I don't mind it. I'm okay with it. Put that on the poll. Do you mind the slippery stuff at the bottom of a lake?
Billy's weird with this bare feet thing. Like
Billy's just weird.
Yesterday he was talking about how anyone who dances at a wedding with their shoes off is the worst person ever.
Not the worst person ever. That's gross. That's
Right.
gross. If you're dancing your pata sucia, that's gross.
Okay. A what?
It's a pata sucia. You don't know about this?
No.
It's
Why
like,
would
a,
it?
like a dirty foot.
Oh.
That's gross. Pata sucias. No.
I think it's unacceptable for men.
Yeah, man. Nobody's the bottom of someone's feet shouldn't look like one of the Pirates of the Caribbean that your boat tucks under.
Yeah, right.
But for women, I think it makes perfect sense, right? They're in heels. It's uncomfortable. They want to get loose.
Nah, that's ratchet.
You go home, you take a shower, your feet are clean. Like, what's
you
the
know
big
you're gonna
deal?
dance.
Nah,
Take spare
ratchet.
shoes. Yeah, ratchet.
Ratchet.
Yeah, pata sucias.
How can we put this on the poll? Do you judge the man who takes his shoes off to dance at a wedding? Yes or no?
Do you judge patas sucias?
Fine. And you just want me to say that at the end of the show. I know you. And do you judge a woman if she takes her shoes off to dance at a wedding or event like that? Similar event. I can't take one more call here?
We're so over.
Okay. Patrick, Chris, Mike, Arash, Andrew, and the countless others on hold. Stay right there because I am finishing up. And Arash, I'm coming to you first. Okay? Arash, you are first. I am doing nothing but your phone calls to finish out Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket. Arash, coming up next.
Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million. What color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
And now, back to Wake and Take with Stugats. Stugats. 786 Stugats. 456 Stugats. 4837 Stugats. That's 786 Stugats. Stugats. 456 Stugats. 4837 Stugats. Call now. Stugats. 786 Stugats. 456 Stugats. 4837 Stugats. That's 786 Stugats. 456 Stugats. 4837 786 4837 Stugats.
It is Wake and Take here on 790 The Ticket. We are winding down an incredible hour. And as promised, we go to Arash first, who is on a mobile phone. Go ahead, Arash.
Hey, guys. How are you?
What's up, man?
Time.
Great, Rash.
Am I saying your name wrong?
You're saying it perfectly.
Oh, thank you.
You got it perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool. What's
All
up?
right. Just one thing that really ticks me off is that Chauncey Billups, that phony, who does he think he is? You know, he doesn't know anything about the Kyrie situation. He comes out, he says, I knew about it, that's why I'm not taking the job. What makes this guy a GM candidate? Okay? And another thing, he didn't deserve to win the Finals MVP. Ben Wallace deserved to win it. In my record books, Ben Wallace won the MVP. He didn't do anything in Denver. He was a product of the defensive system in Detroit.
Right.
And one last thing, I also don't like how he wears that Windsor knot on his tie. That's a big knot. Just get off your high horse. You know, he's very snobby. He thinks he knows it all. He didn't do anything in Denver. All he was a defensive guy in Detroit. And really, I don't like it. I don't like how he came out and said that.
Rack 'em. I'm with you on Ben Wallace.
I'm with you on everything, Arash.
Yep. In fact, call back tomorrow, Arash. You'll be the first caller. 9 a.m. I'm with you. Put that on the poll. Can we do that, Mike? Is the knot on Chauncey Billups' tie too big?
The Windsor knot.
Okay, put that on the poll because
Was Arash right?
Was Arash right? You can put that. I want to have
Was
50
Arash
poll
right?
questions. Yes.
Was Arash right?
Yes.
Is Chauncey Billups' Windsor knot too large?
Yes. And was Arash right about Ben Wallace?
You could hear the Sugats' influence in that dude.
I was proud of him, yes. Chauncey Billups is an interesting one. First off, what makes him a candidate as GM is...
Oh, you're not doing calls. Hang on.
No, I'm going to take calls.
No. I got to put bed when you're not doing a call.
I was just responding to the call.
I know, but we got... What's this show about?
It's about...
This show's about vibes.
Yeah, it's about
with
vibes.
a Z at the end.
You're right. Vibes. I will say this. I don't know how this works. I think you could... 5 Z's at the end. Vibes. I don't know what Chauncey's... First off, what makes him a candidate is he used to play in the NBA. Start there. I don't mind him getting opportunities. He should get opportunities. What made John Elway a candidate? He's done pretty good. Highest paid GM in the NFL. I do wonder this, though. If indeed Chauncey Billups knew about Kyrie Irving and turned down the Cavs GM job because he knew what was going on with that organization, and he stayed with ESPN, correct? Does he have an obligation to maybe report that news? I don't know. I'm just asking. Like, if you're going to stay with ESPN and not take that job because of Kyrie Irving, do you come back to ESPN and say, here's why I didn't take the job? I'm asking. I'm not criticizing. I'm asking.
He's not a reporter. He's an analyst.
Okay. Fair question, though, right?
Stugats, have you thought that perhaps maybe there are other sources other than LeBron leaking out the information?
Perhaps.
He works at ESPN.
Fair.
You'd be doing your due diligence as a reporter, say like a Brian Windhorst.
Fair.
You'd be putting in a call to his co-worker, Chauncey Billups.
Okay. Fair. Just a question. Wasn't criticizing.
Just asking.
Okay. Got it. Good.
We're good.
Okay. Good. Everyone good? Chris, you good? Chris, good? Good. Chris, you good? Back, Chris?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Guillermo, good? Right, good.
Yeah, good.
All right, Mike, we good?
Yep.
All right, good. Everyone good?
Everyone good? Call?
Yeah, call. Let's go to Mike. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, I got an easy one here for you, Stu.
Yeah.
The most recent UConn women's winning streak. What
Damn
team
you.
ended that?
Damn you. Damn you. Damn you. Damn you. Good? Everyone good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good? Good. Back, Chris. Get back there.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Guillermo, still good? I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. Stalling. I'm going to guess. I think I know the answer, actually. It just came to me. Weird. Mississippi State.
All right. My man.
Fine. Good.
I'm good?
Yeah, you good.
I'm good.
You good.
Good.
Take another call.
All right. Let's go out to Chris. Chris, go ahead. You're on Wake and Take on 790 The Ticket. You good? Chris.
Yeah.
You good?
You good?
Ew.
You good?
Yeah, good.
All right,
Good.
Good.
Yo, you guys, your sour is hot. Just have a quick question for you. I want to know what's going on with Wilson and his friend situation.
The guy from...
Yeah.
We need to get him on.
Did he call back?
He didn't call this week.
He's got so many friends and so many plans, he doesn't have time to call the show anymore.
Wilson,
That's
for
what
you,
happened.
for Wake and Take lifers out there, everyone's familiar with Wilson, our friend who just moved to Charlottesville.
Yeah.
We have Charlie Clark's number here still if that guy calls back. 'Cause
Charlie-
he wanted to be
yes.
friends with
Because
Wilson.
he's also in Charlottesville, and we're making friends here on the
Yeah,
show.
my
We're
dude, that's the
connecting
update.
people.
We took Charlie's number. We're waiting for Wilson to acquire Charlie's number.
Wilson, if you're out there, Charlie's looking for you.
Also, I'm starting to get a little worried about Wilson because we gave him a lot of advice that might lead to his capture and ensuing death.
Right.
Wilson, you good?
I hope you're good.
I hope Wilson's good.
You good?
Check on Wilson, see if he's good.
Do we have Wilson's number?
We do not.
Call Charlie. Find out where.
Do me a
Wilson
favor.
is.
Call Charlie. Tell Charlie yes.
Yeah, but no,
call Charlie.
that we know of.
Right.
That we know of, Bill. That we know of.
You think Charlie did something to Wilson?
Oh, wow. Can you imagine if we introduced Wilson to Charlie, who's a bad person?
No.
Oh,
His name
no.
Charlie.
Are we liable for that?
Wilson?
I don't know. What if that were the case? We good?
I think we're good.
All right, we're good.
We're good.
All right, we're good.
You think we're good?
We're good. We're good.
We might be good.
All right.
Take a call.
All right. Jacob, you good?
Good.
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 What's up?
Good, Stu. It's my 29th birthday, and I need some advice.
Felicidades.
Yeah, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you, Stu. Thank you, Shipping Container.
Yeah.
Stu, you are great at breaking difficult news to people.
Yep.
Learned this through the years, so I need some advice on how my wife and I can finally get it across to our families that we're not going to have kids.
Wow. So is this a choice you've made? Like you can have kids, you just don't want to have kids?
Exactly. Double income, no kids.
Okay. And do you have any? Do you have a brother? Do you have a sister? Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I got a younger sister.
Okay.
But that's,
does she
I don't
have
want to put
kids?
that on her. That's her choice.
But I understand that, but I'm trying to give you a way out, so I got to ask a couple of follow-ups here. Does she? Is she planning on having kids?
No, it doesn't seem likely.
Oh, geez. So no one's going to give your parents a grandchild?
That's what it looks like it's going to be.
All right. So in this particular case, it's a life choice and a choice you're making with your partner, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think you just got to be straight with your folks and just say, listen, this is the woman I love, and we've decided that we don't want to have kids, and you lived your life your way, and I'm living my life our way, and we're just not going to have kids, and that's the deal, and they have to be accepting of that. Guillermo was waving his finger. He's giving me a Dikembe Mutombo type finger here. Sure. I think because he's waving me off saying there's a better way to do this, I think the only way to do it is just be straight up honest with your parents.
No.
Go ahead. Guillermo's got advice for you.
No, here's the thing. If you do that, they might get disappointed. They might get upset. If you tell them that one of you is incapable of having children, then they can't tell you, they can't get mad at you because, this is just something that happens. They can't be disappointed.
No, but that's a secret. That's a hard secret. Listen, that is believe me, as a guy who was told whoppers and then gotten caught with his own lies later on, that's a tough lie to keep up for the remainder of your parents' lives, man. They could easily find that out, I feel like.
Like if you accidentally have a baby, then it's a miracle.
18.
Right.
They had me when they were 18, too, so it's not like they're going to be gone quick, All
right. So, So I guess Guillermo's right. Tell him one of you can't have a kid, okay?
All right. Yep.
All right.
Thanks. Thanks, Stu. Thanks, Shiven. Have a good one.
You got it. I was trying to tell him for a rare time in my life. I was trying to tell someone to be honest. Guillermo, the hell's going on? Everyone's turning into me. Good?
Yeah, I'm
good.
good.
Chris, good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right. Guillermo, good?
Good.
All right. Roy, good?
Yeah, good.
All right. We're all good.